Performance skill number 6, give partial bath. Standard, designated body areas, including the perineal area, are washed, rinsed, and dried. This care must be provided to a resident. Prepared resident for partial bath. Filled basin with water at correct temperature to resident preference. Washed, rinsed, and dried face, hands, axilla, perineal area, and other areas as appropriate. Removed linen used for bathing and placed in appropriate container. Prepared resident for dressing. Performance skill number 7. Give a shower or tub bath. Standard, body is clean using a shower or tub bath. This care must be provided to a resident. Gloves should be worn at appropriate times following standard precautions. Prepared resident for shower or tub bath. Adjusted water temperature to resident preference throughout bath. Washed, rinsed, and dried in appropriate head-to-toe sequence allowing for resident independence.
Is that okay?
Shampooed hair as appropriate.
Okay. All right. I got one little spot of.
Prepared resident to leave shower or tub bath area.
Would you like me to comb your hair?
Yes, please.
Performance skill number 8. Make occupied bed. Standard, occupied bed must be neat, wrinkle-free, with person and bed placed in the appropriate positions. May be tested in the classroom or clinical setting. The person must be in bed with the side rails up, if applicable, while the bed is being made. If side rails are not available, an alternative safety measure shall be used. When side rails are used as a safety measure during this procedure, care must be taken to prevent personal injury. Dirty linen is defined as linen that contain no visible body fluids. Gloves may be worn when handling dirty linen. Soiled linen is defined as linen that may be contaminated with body fluids. Gloves shall be worn when handling soiled linen. At the completion of this task, the bed must be left in the appropriate position with side rails up or down as indicated by the needs of the individual, if side rails are available.
So we can reuse it. You hang on to your top sheet.
Remove top linen, keeping person covered.
have your side rail up. I'm going to ask
Position individual on one side of the bed with side rail up, if applicable, using appropriate safety measures on unprotected side and using appropriate body mechanics. Tuck dirty linen under individual. Use gloves if linen is contaminated with blood or body fluids. Replaced bottom linen on first side. Tucked corners and sides neatly under mattress. Reposition individual to other side using appropriate safety measures on unprotected side.
down a little bit. Can you go one over?
Remove dirty linen by rolling together, held away from clothing, and placed dirty linen in appropriate container. Disposed of gloves if used, and washed hands. Completed tucking clean linen under mattress with corners and sides tucked neatly under mattress on the second side. Reposition the individual to a comfortable position. Place top sheet over individual. Remove dirty covering. Tucked bottom corners and bottom edge of sheet under mattress as indicated. Placed blanket spread over person. Tucked bottom corners and bottom edge of blanket spread under mattress as indicated.
To give you a good toe room. Okay, can you
Pull top edge of sheet over top edge of blanket spread.
take a hold of your top cover in your bedspread?
Removed and replaced pillowcase appropriately. Replaced pillow under individual's head. Placed bed in appropriate position. Performance skill number 9. Dress a resident. Standard. Resident is dressed in own clothing including footwear, which is neat and clean. Resident is comfortable during dressing procedure and chooses own clothing when able. This care must be provided to a resident. Clothing should consist of undergarments, dress or shirt or blouse and pants, socks, and footwear.
Mr. Hunt, which shirt would you like to wear today? The long sleeve shirt or the short sleeve shirt?
Ask resident preference and gather resident's own clean clothing.
Okay. I'll lay this one down here for now and I'll hang it back up in the closet after we get you dressed for the day. Put your arm in for me.
Dress the resident in undergarments, top, pants, or dress, and footwear as appropriate.
you a hand if you need it. How about if I help you on with your shoes?
All right.
Performance skill number 10. Transfer resident to wheelchair using a transfer belt. Standard. Apply transfer belt. Assisted resident to stand, pivot, and sit in wheelchair with body aligned. This care must be provided to a resident. This skill requires that a resident be transferred from the bed to a wheelchair with the use of a transfer belt, which is also referred to as a gait belt. Lowered bed to appropriate position. Position wheelchair at bedside.
Feeling a little lightheaded, but not too bad.
Locked brakes. Assisted resident to sitting position. Apply transfer belt firmly around the resident's waist. Should be adjusted to allow evaluator to place 1 or 2 fingers between the belt and the resident. Adjusted transfer belt over clothing so that buckle is off-center. Applied non-skid footwear to resident.
Let me have you scoot a little bit closer to the chair. There you go. Okay. Now, on the count of 3, we're going to stand up. All right. All right. 1,
Grasp transfer belt on both sides with underhand grasp.
2, 3. Push up with your palm. All the way up. There you go. Look
Assisted resident to stand.
straight ahead. Good. How do you feel? Good. All right. And we're going to take a couple of steps and we're going to just pivot slowly. There you go.
Pivot and sit in wheelchair.
Good job. Go ahead and start reaching for the wheelchair. Go ahead and start reaching for the wheelchair. For the wheelchair. Good. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and. Okay. How are you feeling? Fine. Okay. Go ahead and lift your foot.
Placed resident's feet on footrests if applicable. Align resident's body in wheelchair.